Welcome to Crypto Nation TV, the world's first cryptocurrency news center on daily.
Welcome to Crypto Nation TV. I'm Jerry Frell, your host, and today we're on location in Scottsdale, Arizona with CEO of Global Profit Technologies, Joseph Nemeth. Joseph, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me. It's a real pleasure.
Well, absolutely. So I want to dig right into it. You have a trading platform that has been on the Forex, and now you're switching it over to the crypto markets. Maybe you could give us a little in-depth overview on that.
That's correct, Jerry. We have been developing automated trading systems and algorithms for the focus specifically on the FX market for the last 10, 12 years. But as of the last year and a half, 2 years, we decided that it is now time to bring the same type of technology to the cryptocurrency space as well.
That's a fantastic move because crypto is growing. And now, as I look into it, how are people going to eventually get into this? Is there a subscription base that we can move into?
You won't actually be able to buy the software outright, but you'll be able to lease the technology for your own use on a monthly or annual basis. So if you sign up to be a user, you decide whether you want to use it. You want to purchase a monthly or annual license.
Okay, so how is this different from the Forex trading into the crypto market?
That is a good question. See, the technology is not that much different. The algorithms and the trading concepts are really the same. The software doesn't care what it trades. It can trade equities, options, commodities, digital currencies. It doesn't really matter. We just decided that it was time for us to bring the technology into and convert the technology from FX to the digital currencies or to the crypto market about a year ago.
So Joseph, briefly talking prior to this, you had outlined that people are practically throwing money at you to get into this, and what made you decide not to?
Yeah, that's correct. I had actually a company offer me over $1 million to convert the Forex DAT into a crypto trading automated algorithmic software some time ago, but I didn't feel the time was right at the time. It wasn't until about a year ago when I realized this is the time, and we want to do this because the people trading cryptocurrencies really need what we can offer them, and can help them maximize their results using the software.
Now, Joseph, what actually triggered that decision to make this?
That actually is a funny question because really what triggered me was my ex-wife called me about a year and a half ago. And a year and a half ago was right before the Bitcoin and all these digital currencies just took off right before Christmas and just skyrocketed. And so you need to understand, I'll give you a little bit of a background. My ex-wife, we'd been divorced for 14 years now. We're married for 15 years. So we've known each other for 30 years. And for 30 years, this woman, never expressed any interest in anything that I was ever doing. In fact, when I told her that I was trading, she dismissed this as, oh, you're just a gambler. You're gambling. But imagine this. After 30 years of knowing this person who has absolutely no interest in any capital markets, calls me out of the blue and is asking me about cryptocurrencies, that her mother and her are buying Bitcoin.
I know.
And
that's
was
really
the
amazing.
trigger that I realized, man, these people are in trouble. These people are in trouble because they have no idea what they're doing. So it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I realized that we need to help these people. We need to help these people because they have no idea, no clue what they're doing. They don't understand capital markets. And I don't care whether it's commodities or whether it's equities, whether it's FX. It all trades. As far as trading goes, it kind of trades in the same pattern, same way. if you have a parabolic growth, it will not continue forever. It will correct, and it will correct massively. And when it does, people will be caught with their pants down. Pardon my expression. And when that happens, there'll be a lot of disappointment. So what these people really, really need is a tool that will help them to mitigate their risk when they get into something like this.
I know. I find that fascinating because a lot of people come up to us and ask us that exact same question of how do we get educated? And I think you're touching on some of this. So.
Yeah, I'd like to explain one of the other things. I think you asked a question. How is this software different than the FX software? And I mentioned it really is not that much different. It can really trade anything that we direct it towards. I'll give you an example. A few days ago, actually, I heard on the news that the British Prime Minister sealed a deal with the European Union about the British exit from the Union,
right.
from like the Brexit. We know it as the Brexit. And I considered that as really positive news for the British pound. So I took a sizable long position in British pound, right?
Right.
Now, I went to sleep. I'm thinking everything's fine. Unbeknownst to me, while I was sleeping, right? While I was sleeping. Now, let's understand that markets trade, FX markets and crypto markets trade 24 hours a day. So while I was sleeping, a couple of ministers decided that they were going to resign, right? So the ministers resign, the market, specifically British pound, takes a dive. It dives off of a cliff. British pound crashes, loses virtually 3% of its value virtually overnight. Right? So normally, and this is how average, normal people, amateurs trade. They get into a security or buy a commodity, buy a currency, and then they pray and hope that it will continue going up. That is not how professionals trade. Not at all. So a lot of people got into the crypto market when Bitcoin was at $18,000-$19,000. Then it dropped massively. In fact, if we look at the price charts, I think it's somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 right now as we speak. There are still people who got in at 18,000, 19,000, were praying that it will keep going, but it is now at 5,000. They're losers. Well, let me backtrack now and back to my example. So when I woke up, and normally when I took a large position, the market fell off the cliff, you would think that I would be a loser on that position. But because I was losing the software was able to monitor the price action in the pound and hedge my position and reverse my position on the bounces when the market was bouncing back up and was doing corrections on the way up. Slight ones, mind you. However, when I woke up, instead of being a loser, I was a winner. And that is the difference between trading with the software and just getting into a position and praying.
Now, Joseph, you said this is a subscription base, so there's no price to this?
That's correct. You cannot actually buy the software outright, but you can purchase a license to use the software on a monthly or annual basis.
Fantastic.
And the price is going to be $1,000 per month or $10,000 per year. And as well as using fiat currency such as dollars and other denominations, you'll be able to use some cryptos, digital currency, such as the new GCU issued by Global Profit Technologies.
Well, that's interesting that you brought that up, because we're going to slide into our next topic, which is you are now going to advertise this token coming out, and you're airdropping it?
As you well know, Global Profit Technologies, that is a publicly traded company, is going to issue a new token called Global Currency Unit, or GCU for short. And there will be two main purposes, two main uses for this token. First of all, you'll be able to get a discounted price for the software, and this is obviously for the serious traders, the ones that want to obviously maximize their profits and their results trading the crypto market. Now, the other use will be, for example, funding a trading account with one of the foreign currency brokers called Automata FX, or AFX for short, that will allow you to fund your managed FX account in GCU denomination. So the same way as you can fund your account in dollars and euros and pounds, etc., you'll be able to fund your account in GCUs. And this really is a really cool benefit for a lot of people around the world that have an issue of dealing with the banks and funding accounts, and also a benefit for the brokers that want to take advantage of this payment system.
So Joseph, you've led into this GCU. How much of the coin is going to be used to purchase this software?
Well, the software is going to be $1,000. We feel the software is going to be worth every penny. So we're setting the price also at 1,000 GCUs. So per month that's on a monthly basis. On an annual basis, it will be 10,000 GCUs or $10,000. Okay. But at the same time, you have to understand that GCU is a commodity, and the market will set the price of what the market feels the commodity is worth or what its value is. So we're not going to do an ICO for the GCU. We're just going to do a mass airdrop and distribute free GCUs throughout the world and let the market decide what it is worth.
So Joseph, you mentioned that you have a brokerage account and a strategic partnership with Automata FX.
That is correct. We have a strategic partnership with Automata FX, that is an institutional FX over-the-counter FX broker, and we allow clients to fund their accounts in various denominations: dollars, Swiss francs, Australian dollars, euros, British pounds, etc. Now, there's no reason why the brokerage could not allow clients to fund the accounts in GCUs and potentially other cryptocurrencies as well. So when you fund your account in GCU, your account will be held in GCU, but at the same time, it will experience the same type of results that all the other denominated accounts will. And currently, we've been seeing pretty impressive returns.
Okay, so you're not taking any B-book brokers.
Well, Automata FX is a strictly institutional broker. As far as the software and the software being integrated with cryptocurrency exchanges and cryptocurrency brokers, we will be very adamant about not allowing any B-book brokers to participate in the use of the software. In other words, we will not integrate the software with any B-book crypto brokers.
Joseph, this is actually amazing, because what you're bringing out, or at least what I'm understanding, is that there are two uses for this. One, for an application in the software, but two, also using it for trading. Is that correct?
That's correct. What we're going to do, we're going to airdrop billions of tokens to folks around the world. Anybody that registers and helps us spread the word is going to get up to 25,000 wow. Tokens, right, deposited directly into their wallet, free, right? So we're going to have hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of people around the world starting off with free tokens, and we're doing it, as you mentioned, so that people have the ability to use our software risk-free right out of the gate. Risk-free, no cash out of their pocket. And number two, they can also use that free token to fund or finance their trading accounts or their managed accounts with automated FX and take advantage of the returns that automated FX or the clients of automated FX have been experiencing over the last 2-3 years, which have been nothing short of extraordinary. So basically, the reason why we're doing this is twofold. Number one, we want to establish market for GCU. And the market will determine what its value is. We already discussed that. And number two, we want people to have a risk-free, no out-of-pocket costs experiencing the different ways that GCU can be used. And potentially somewhere down the road, other brokerages may adopt the same philosophy and the same idea that they will allow their clients to fund the accounts with different ways other than just fiat.
So where would people register with it? Why don't you just outline a website that they can register at?
Well, it's glpt.io. GLPT, we're Global Profit Technologies is a publicly traded company. The symbol is GLPT. We have a website called glpt.io. You register, and the moment the tokens become available, we're going to let you know. And all we ask, you help us spread the word, and we're going to give you directly into your wallet. You download the wallet. We're going to give you up to 25,000 tokens per person.
Wow, that's amazing. So what I'd like to end with is saying that you could get all of Joseph's information on his website. Register. You'll also get it on Crypto Nation. I want to thank Joseph Nemeth for allowing us to add his beautiful house here in Scottsdale. And this is another episode of Crypto Nation TV on location. Thanks for watching, and we'll be right back.
Thanks, Jerry.